Comments and questions? Go ahead, Rick.
If you got something?
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that I appreciate the support of council. I'm the one who kind of tongue-in-cheek suggested we have a strategic plan initiative dealing with annexation and a strategic policy. And I appreciate the support of the council. I also want to thank the staff for the good work, because what they've done is given us a good logical first step on how we can annex to eliminate our enclaves, while at the same time providing continuity of services, primarily police and fire, while we do this. And I think it's going to make a better community, so I want to thank the staff for their efforts too.
And I'd like to mention that for the people who are asking the questions, are we in fact aggressively trying to annex the exurbs, those people who live outside of the city limits? The answer is no. Are we aggressively going to try to annex the county enclaves within the city limits? And the answer is yes. And I believe that's the basis of the policy, although it's an extremely well-written 9-principle policy. And thanks to Mr. Mueller for pushing it and getting it here. Any other comments or questions? All in favor? Thank you, Jim. Item number 7, Mr. Reardon, please.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I move that Resolution 2008-150, annexation of commercial property at Foothills and State Route 92, be approved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Mr. Herwig.
Restrained members of the council, ladies and gentlemen, in keeping with the policy that was just adopted, the next item is basically a resolution to begin to look at the possible annexation of an area here just to the west of State Route 92, largely to the south of Foothills Drive, although a small portion of the property proposed for annexation is also just to the north of Foothills Drive. This is the first city council step in this process, and to clarify in case somebody's here or listening, this is not bringing about the annexation this evening, but basically tonight's resolution establishes a public hearing at your meeting of November 13th to then have the next council step in considering an area for annexation. This process began as a result of the request from a number of individuals and commercial property owners in this area who had expressed interest, had talked to the assistant city manager about possible annexation into the city. That kicked this off. It, of course, as I said, fits into the to the policy that was just adopted. This is within an enclave area in the city. Largely the development here is, of course, commercial along State Route 92, and then to the west back in here is low-density residential development. The current general plan, State Route 92, of course, is a principal arterial. Foothills Drive is a collector. There are no parks shown in the general plan in this area, although Coyote Wash, which comes through here, is shown in our surface water plan. The process that we've been using and will continue to use for annexations, this first began with the Planning and Zoning Commission, who reviewed this particular request, and after their hearing on this, did unanimously recommend it to you for approval. And as I said, if you adopt the resolution this evening, it does not annex this area into the city. It simply establishes a public hearing on November 13th, and then after that, the next step in the process would continue.
Okay. So this would propose to put Cold Stone Creamery inside the city limits.
That's correct.
Is that right? Okay.
Mr. Mayor?
Go ahead.
Jim, if you would, just let us know again for the public's information, we still need to acquire signatures from 51% of the...
That's correct. Mayor Strain, Mayor Pro Tem Mueller, under state law, we have to have both 51% of the property owners and 51% of the value within an area in order to annex it.
Comments, Ms. Doctor?
Mr. Herwig, has the site for the public hearing been decided upon?
Mayor Strain, Councilmember Doctor, the public hearing would be held here at the council meeting on the 13th.
On the 13th?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Council meeting.
At a council meeting?
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Any other comments, thoughts, questions? All in favor? It's unanimous.